interconnecting the activating mechanism, it is possible to match varying effective camber with optimum slot openings. Following this? The goal is to maintain relatively high lift over a range of flight speeds. Well, I guess that makes sense. You think so? Hmm?
I always knew you were more than just a pretty face.
Well, I'd give anything for a degree in aeronautical engineering at this point.
No, you're doing just fine. Travis would be proud.
Poor Turner. You should be listening to Mother Goose at this point. Right, darling? Instead of wing specks, say wing specks. It's too soon, I know. Aren't you trying to bone up before the prototype demonstration?
Well, it's good for the boy. Get him ready to take over TI one day.
This doesn't make sense.
I'm afraid that's all Greek to me to begin with.
Oh, this is strange. The dimension of the wingspan's been changed.
Oh, never seen you move so fast.
Well, when I get a chance to see a new bird, I can move like lightning.
But you mean the prototype demonstration?
Yeah, once I get the fuel gauge checked on that Spitfire, I'm all caught up.
Now, I hate to tell you this, but I got a whole sheet here of maintenance follow-ups that need immediate attention.
Well, can't one of the other mechanics take care of it?
No, I'd rather have you do this personally. I mean, you're the best man we got, right?
For some reason you don't want me at that demonstration, Mr. T?
Of course not. No, I have no objection to what you do on your time off. But you owe TI 8 hours work for 8 hours pay.
Well, mister, I'm no gold bricker.
I didn't say that. But the prototype demonstration is for VIPs and the press. And as far as I know, you're neither one or the other.
Hey, you going somewhere?
Sure looks like it.
You want to fill me in?
The Virgin Islands. I decided to take Dad up on his offer to crew the boat.
Is this the Kendall version of joining the French Foreign Legion?
What, do you think I'm running away?
Well, I don't know. You can take it however you want. I thought we had a television show to produce.
I never gave you a definite yes.
I thought this was something you really wanted.
It was. I'm not sure now. I just want some time to sort it out, you know?
In the meantime, what am I supposed to do about a host?
No, you said you wouldn't pressure me.
All right, all right, all right. I don't want to be told down the road that I forced you to do something that you don't really want to do.
Good.
The Virgin Islands, huh? Great name. Maybe I'll go along.
What happened about the show? I thought you said you were going to go through with it no matter what I decided to do.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. You know me. All work and no play.
That I got to see to believe. By the way, what'd you do with my beige sweater?
It's probably still in my room. I haven't seen it since I moved out.
I have been looking for this shirt all summer.
Ah, you found it.
Yep.
So, you're going to send me a postcard to bring me back a souvenir?
Sure, what do you want?
I want something about 5'6", about 120 pounds.
Some things never change.
Now, I think it's time for a little brotherly advice on behavior in the tropics.
I know what you're going to say.
All right, all right. I'll skip the platitudes on avoiding the water and avoiding the fresh fruit and avoiding people who promise to give you a good time, big boy. Just have a good time.
You too. Don't work too hard.
Yeah. Just hope Stephanie doesn't start cracking that whip.
I cannot wait to stretch out on the deck and not think about Henderson's Knights of the Turntable or anything else.
You see this this number? I could have sworn that was 75 meters.
Well, looks like a 95 to me.
It is now.
I suppose that makes a difference.
You bet it does.
Well, I'm afraid the only numbers that I'm good at are betting odds.
95 is way too big.
Maybe it's typo.
No, this is the only copy. That was 75 meters.
Well, who drew up the specifications?
Cord, he computed all the figures.
Why don't you ask him?
Well, I'm gonna have to. I just hate to seem so confused.
Oh, now, there's nothing wrong with asking questions, especially when you're the boss.
Yeah, I know, Martin. There's just so much for me to learn.
You're not expected to know everything, as long as you're surrounded by people that do.
Well, I learned that from Rusty. But I don't know, there's just been one delay after another with this thing. It makes me wonder if I've bitten off more than I can chew.
Liza, how on earth do you expect to reach for the stars if you don't stretch yourself a little bit?
Rusty always used to say that.
Yeah, well, it runs in the family.
Martin, this plane means so much to me, you know. It's been the only thing that's kept me going.
You'll see it through.
Well, I wish I had your confidence. I just... Sometimes it seems like I'm fighting a losing battle.
Oh, now, just because a little 7 has been changed to a 9, now, I've come back from a lot worse odds than that.
But it's almost as if someone deliberately wants me to fail at this. I know.
I thought you said there were a lot of people rallying around that were going to help you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Well, sometimes I get overwhelmed, you know. Better get going. I mean, the meeting's going to start at 10 o'clock. I just have to avoid wing specks, right?
Well, I wish there was something I could do to help you.
Well, actually, there is. You know, Kate's not coming in today. And Granddad is up with TR helping her work on her social studies report. So, be a good uncle.
But now, that's not exactly what I had in mind, Liza.
Tell your namesake all about the old South. Oh, it's all right, sweetheart. Uncle Martin loves you. You are.
But, now, wait, Liza, wait a second now.
Bye-bye.
Liza?
Excuse me, Liza. Hogan wants to know if he can ask some questions before the demonstration.
Well, you know, we scheduled a question and answer period after it's over.
Well, I thought that some background information would be interesting to the readers of the Herald.
Fire away.
See, what stage was the prototype in?
Your secretary says that the government officials have arrived.
Oh, thanks. I'm sorry, Hogan. I simply can't keep them waiting. Look, I'll try and answer all your questions after the tour is over. Why don't you take a seat?
Hi. Is TR here?
Yes, come in. She's upstairs finishing up some homework.
Well, I knew she only had a half a day of school today, so I thought I'd give her a ride on my motorcycle.
Oh, I bet she'd love that.
Yeah?
She'll probably be right down.
Hey, he's a cutie.
He is, isn't he?
Hi. You say goodbye to Alec?
Why? Is he going somewhere?
The Caribbean, sailing.
When?
Well, this morning.
Has he left yet?
No, he was still home. when I
Here,
said-
tell Tiara that I'll
Whoa.
see her
Hey,
later.
wait a minute. I don't know what to do with it.
Sing him a song or something.
Sing him a song, huh? Okay. I'll sing you a song. You want to... Whoa. Yeah. You want to hear a golden oldie? Let's see. Come on, a golden oldie. À quelquefois la vie orgueille tous les jours. Elle est triste quelquefois, mais une... Quand tu aimes quelqu'un qui t'aime tous les jours, tu auras du bonheur. Il faut t'en rappeler. How do you know that?
How do you?
It was sung to Alec and me when we were kids. Who taught it to you?
I don't know.
We discovered
the traditionally hinged flap actually increased turbulence and drag. Therefore, we devised a combination of slots and flaps, and this seemed to work best. An added refinement to that became a slotted flap, which smoothed out the airflow.
Why didn't you go with the split flaps?
After testing, we realized it greatly decreased lift and increased drag.
Will we be able to view these tests?
Oh, yes, as soon as we get to the hangar.
Mrs. Sintel, what precautions have been taken against icing?
Hot air from the engine exhaust heaters is ducted along the metal leading edges and discharged at the wingtips.
Thank you, Colonel Bluebird. That was most succinct. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Colonel, we don't want to keep you from your other duties.
Well, I'm always glad to be of service.
Can you tell us what stage the prototype's in now?
Yes, we are near completion of the construction.
Have you begun testing?
Only on the ground.
What about flight testing?
We'll move into the flight phases with a computerized program beginning with ground taxi tests.
Can you give us any further information on the actual specifics of the wing? The material used, dimension, that sort of thing?
No, actually, that's classified information, but that'll be released just as soon as we start flight testing.
Do you anticipate any changes in the design?
Our research has been so thorough that we are confident that the tests will not indicate any major design changes.
Have you chosen a test pilot?
No, but it will be someone who is not only an excellent pilot, but a top engineer as well.
So if there are no more questions, all right, I think we'll adjourn to the lab. Dr. McHugh is going to give you a demonstration of the fuel my husband invented for the prototype. This way, please.
Thank you. There we go. Oh, there you go.
Develop only has one P.
Thanks.
It's a miracle you became a writer. You always were a lousy speller.
Well, so was F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Maybe there's hope for you after all. But you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help.
That's why they make dictionaries.
What was Kentucky doing here?
I have no idea. I told him that he wasn't invited, but I guess he just decided he'd show up anyway. He seems to think that he has free rein to go wherever he pleases.
I can't believe you're going to eat that whole thing.
Oh, you should talk. And Dare says you're the only customer of Biggs who can eat a whole triple-decker sandwich and then order another one.
Well, I've had a lot of practice. Alec and I used to have pig-out contests when we were kids.
Oh, yeah? Who won?
Well, I would win if it was about corn on the cob, and Alec when it was about pancakes. He's a bottomless pit.
You're so funny. Chase, what's going to happen to the TV show now that Alec's going away?
I don't know. I really wanted that for him. He'd be a terrific host on that show.
Well, why don't you talk him into it?
I tried. I can't force him. I'll just have to wait and hope he changes his mind.
I hope so, too. Well, for you. I know that show's going to be a big hit.
Yeah? What makes you think so?
Well, I was talking to some of the kids at school, and they really like the idea.
Yeah?
Yeah, and there's this one guy, Steve Watson, who thinks that the whole school's going to want to come.
That is music to my ears. I need all the audience I can get.
How about me?
Well, of course, you. We can't do the show without Zorano's assistance.
Come in. What'd you forget this time? More brotherly words of...
Just in time for a concert.
That's a pretty song. Did you write it?
Words and music.
I can tell. Sounds like you.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure of the fair maiden's visit?
I heard... Chase told me that you were leaving. And I wanted to come...
Beg me not to go, right? No, I didn't think so. I can tell by your face. And what, my lovely?
You're gonna be alone on the boat?
Ah, so that's it. I'm crazy enough to crash my father's car, crazy enough to go skydiving, and who knows what I might be up to on the high seas.
Well, you won't take any chances, will you?
I've learned my lesson. Nope, I'll mind my own business even when the Jolly Roger comes sailing over the horizon.
Pirates in the Caribbean.
Yeah. They say there's still lots of them around the islands. That's okay. I'll swing down the mast like Captain Blood. I'll send those rum-soaked navies to the death in the briny sea.
I think you've seen too many Errol Flynn movies.
Ah, to clash swords with the great Seahawk himself.
Alec, please don't do anything crazy.
Why should you care?
I don't want anything to happen to you.
Don't worry. No more daredevil acts from me. It is what you came to hear, isn't it? Look, it's getting late. I think I've got to get to the airport soon.
Okay.
Thanks for coming by, though.
Alec, I wanted to say...
What?
Well, I'll miss you.
So, in summing up, it's safe to say that Travis Centel's search for a cheap fuel capable of generating high degrees of energy ended in his discovery of this remarkable mixture, fuselene. In and of themselves, these are far benign chemicals, but when they are mixed together, they become a fuel of high combustibility and long-range sustenance.
Thank you, Dr. McHugh. Are there any other questions? All right, in that case, why don't we move on to the hangar so we can all see the prototype?
All right.
This way?
Dr. McHugh, it was an extremely concise explanation of a very difficult subject.
Well, I once had a professor that said that since science was the stuff of our lives, there's no reason that a child cannot fathom its depths.
You know, but I believe you have a special gift of making it clear, which is all the more reason why I think you ought to accompany Mrs. Centel on the rest of the tour.
Well, she didn't say anything about it.
I know that, but she would deeply appreciate your help in answering questions that the representatives might have.
Well, I actually have some more work to do here.
I think it would be a big help. You don't want to leave her stranded, do you?
No, of course not. I guess I can come back to this.
Sure. I'll be with you in a moment.
I'm glad you're finally making some friends at school.
Yeah, I was kind of worried at first.
Yeah, piece of cake now, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Everyone's been pretty nice.
Yeah.
At least the boys are.
Ooh, I bet they are. Mm-hmm. Wish life was as simple as when I was back in high school.
What, are you worried about the demo?
Yeah, but don't tell anybody.
Why? The great Serrano's not allowed to be scared?
You got it.
Look, Chase, I want you to take this. It's my lucky ring. It really works.
I can't take your ring.
No, it'll be alone until you get what you want.
No.
Look, I only give it to the people I really care about. So please, take it.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Miss, this is a restricted area.
Oh, it's all right. I'm on the tour with Mrs. Santel. I left my glasses in the lab.
See your pass, please.
If I can just run in there and get them, I can get back to the hangar in time for the demonstration.
Okay. Dr. Wendell?
Thank you.
Tonight is the craziest comedy trio since the Three Stooges with Harvey Korman, Milton Berle, and Danny Thomas. They'll crack you up in the Cracker Brothers.
I'm Suzette Charles. Join me for the glamour and tradition when our country's best compete to see who will be chosen, the new Miss America. Let's all be there Saturday.